Alrighty, so we're here, home base today, training. Don't have a lot of time. This week's been fucking unbelievable. So today is the day where I'm pretty much working through the break. So we're gonna train here, knock out a quick hour of back. Normally I do back Fridays, but I'm changing it up. We're gonna do back today and chest tomorrow, and that'll be it. So we're gonna start. I always like to warm up, normally with a lot of volume and light weight, pumping as much blood into the muscle as possible to get it warm. I'm gonna start today with some lat pull downs. So we're gonna use a V-bar, or I got two handles that'll turn into a V-bar. And the reason I always switch this, so depending on what part or what I'm doing for back, my workouts change every week to suit what area I'm training. So it's really important to always change things up. Keep it the same, but change it up. There's little things you can do to change, which changing bars or changing angles, things like that, different types of rows. I think when you're keeping your body guessing is when things change the most. So anyway, enough said. We're going to start rowing. Rowing? We're going to start pulling. Oh my god, I'm fucking sore. So, same thing. You're going to lock in, angle back, pull down, back up. Fucking nice shape. So we start with that. Take the weight up. Obviously. Have a little break and we're going to keep going. I'm going to probably do a couple more feeder sets and then we're going to do a working set after that, probably with a back off or something. Alright, set 2. I can take the weight up. Ah. Alright, same thing, we're going to take the weight up again. This will be our working set here. I highly suggest changing your bars when you're doing rows, from V-bars to wide lat pull down bars to, they have different lengths of these other, what the fuck are they called? Kind of bars, and they have like little grip handles. To me, those are the best. I like them because it takes the weight off the biceps. With this one, I'm feeling a lot in my bicep, which normally, anytime you're doing a back movement, your biceps are going to engage. The thing is, you don't want your biceps to over work the load. You want your back to take the majority of it, like 90-10. But sometimes with back, especially with the handles, changing the handles, you're going to notice, you're going to feel it differently in the bis. So right now, and it kind of happens with me with these V-bars, that I feel it like a a lot more in the bicep, like probably 30% more. And basically you're gonna get that. You're just gonna get that when you're doing back. So I don't do a lot of V-bar movements. I just, for that, do the exact reason. I like wide. You want a big back, you need a wide grip, right? So these V-bars, when you're doing pull downs, I mean, you're working around the scapula area, you're working mid lat, mid trap, not really much on the outer part of the lat. And I always want, a bigger back, so you want that width. So to me, the big handles are the best ways to go. But like I said, it's good to change it up. I mean, last time I used one of these handles was probably a year ago. And it's not gonna hurt anything to do it again. So keep that in mind. Always change when it comes to back, or any movement for that fucking matter, any muscle group. So let's do it again. Woo! Okay, I want to do that one more time. That's our working set. That's my weight. I want to do that one more time. We're gonna do a back off with it, and those are gonna be done. We'll go from there. Now, when you hear me, I hear from clients a lot. Oh, I don't like to make faces, or I don't like to grunt when I'm training. I mean, if you're training properly, neither of them can be helped. Your shit's gonna come out the way it's gonna come out. Your face is gonna change the way it's gonna change, especially if you're training hard. I don't know why anybody gives a fuck what they look like or how they sound in the gym. As you can tell, I can't breathe, ever. That's not because I'm out of shape or my fucking whatever the case may be. It's because I have lung issues, okay? So when I'm training and I'm like, that's air. When you're hearing that noise, that's actually fucking air I'm trying to push out on every rep to keep breathing. Without breathing, you're fucked, okay? Things will stop, things will stop moving. Things are way more difficult when you're holding your breath. Plus, it's fucking terrible to do. But for me, noise comes out when I do it. And the heavier the load, the louder I get sometimes. And it's not like I'm in there just screaming. But there's those grunts and that and that and that. And when people are like, well, I don't get why people make noise. That's because you don't get how to train properly. That's why. So if you don't understand that until you learn to train properly, you'll get it eventually. So that's why shit happens the way it happens for me. That's it. So I can't control it, and I don't fucking care. And I don't care what my face looks like. So it's all about moving weight. The problem is we care way too much about what people think or what their opinions are. I mean, at the end of the day, you shouldn't care. Don't fucking care. So, okay, we're gonna take a little break, and then we're gonna do one more. All right, we're gonna do one more of these with the back off. I got a pretty good, I'm gonna rig something up for the next set. We're gonna try it. I've never done it before, so we're gonna try it in here. It's gonna be a bench supported row. I'm gonna see if I can get my bench to hook up to it. And I'm gonna hook it to my belt squat machine. And we're gonna try to do some rows that way instead of actually using a chest supported T-bar row. It's gonna be the same thing, but just not the machine. It's gonna be my belt squat. So anyway, I'm ahead of the game. We're gonna rig that up next and see if it works. If not, we'll just do bent over rows, I think, because that should work too. One more. Oh. Whew. All right, we're gonna pin her down. We're gonna keep going. Now the goal is not to get a whole shit ton of reps here. It's pretty much to get about 68 maxed out. You're just trying to get extra reps in to put more time on the under tension on that muscle. Oh, fuck. Oh. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, Alice. So, when you're doing a back off or drop set, on that back off drop, like I said, you want to make sure those reps aren't like they would be for your working set. All we're doing is adding on 6 to 8 more reps at a lighter weight to keep that muscle going and burning after your working set. So I know there's a lot of sets and working and back off shit. Basically you're dropping at 20 pounds and you're going to keep going until you burn out, keeping in mind you don't want to do more than 10 or 6 to 8 reps, right? So that's the best way to explain it, to keep it simple. People are always like, well, what's the purpose behind that? It's an intensifier. Why would you stop when you're maxed out, when you can pin it back a couple more pounds and keep fucking going to really kill that muscle? That's an intensifier. So that's what we're doing. That's how all my workouts are. So, okay, now I'm gonna rig this baby up. We're gonna try to make this into a bench supported T-bar row. I guess when we come back, you'll see if it was successful. I would say there's a 50-50 shot. Up stereo. Okay, so epic fail. Couldn't hook up the bench or get the bench in the right position to do this. So basically what I was going to do is put a bench over top of here and lay on it, chest supported, and row up. Well, this is in the way, the angles are all wrong, it's fucking a shit show. So we're going to do this as a bent over row instead. So I hooked a big lat bar to it, and we're just going to do this like bent over rows, straight up. I'm not reversing grip, I'm not doing anything fancy. Let's see how she goes. If I can even get in here. Down and up. Oof. 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 It's actually extremely heavy. So it feels good. Just another option. Sometimes you just got to make things interesting to do these types of rows. I can do these 100 different ways. Never done it on a belt squat before. It works. You can definitely feel it. It's heavy. Like, I mean, I only got 2 plates on there. And normally when I do a chest supported or a bench supported row, I mean, I'm on 4 plates, easy. This machine, she's just heavy. Again, it's made of steel and all that shit, but they say it's 45 pounds of just with the bar, without weight. So it's only 135 pounds I'm moving, and it feels like 200 and something. So it's good. It's nice. It's humbling. So And the angles, of course, make a huge difference. As soon as you're coming down with your upper body and hinging, it's going to go lower into your back. So that's what you want. At least that's what I'm focusing on today. So lower lats, lower back. So we do, even when we do rows, I mean, like we'll do that next. We're gonna do some cable V-bar rows. You're gonna see my bench is gonna be at a decline a little bit, so I'm pulling up into the lat instead of straight on. So when you're pulling up, you're hitting the bottom part of that lat. So there's always a reason. I mean, this game's not about how much weight you can move. It's about moving the maximum amount of weight for the longest period of time with the right angles. So, and good form, clearly. So, take a sec, I gotta go make a drink. All right. These are my electrolytes. This isn't Gatorade. These are what I drink. Well, I guess it's Gatorade. But it's a Gatorade. It's not this G2 shit or Zero. It's Gatorade electrolyte. It just has even more sodium than the normal Gatorade. So I swear by it. 5 calories. Fucking delicious. And it works extremely well when you're training. Like to the point where it's a noticeable difference. Like when you're doing this and you're just drinking water and you throw an electrolyte in, it's a noticeable difference. So that's why we call it an intro. Okay. Set 2. Let's do this. Oh. Oh. Woo. Definitely hitting where it's supposed to hit perfectly. Straight on the lower lat, the lower back. I could almost rest my head on here if I wanted to. Well, a horse trailer just showed up in front of my gym. I wonder if there's horses in there. What is happening? Oh my God, there's a lot of weight on that truck. Looks like it's gonna fall apart. Kids. Okay, let's take a break. I'm gonna look at this horse trailer for a while. Afternoon. Okay. We're gonna do one more set of these. We move on to some seated rows. We'll go from there. Oh, fuck. Oh. Gee, look at these handles here so I can straighten my hands out. Oh. When in Rome. That's right. When in Rome. So. It's hot in here. It's hot in here. I should really. What the fuck is going on here, girlfriend. Should really take my hoodie off, maybe. But I'm not going to. It's good to be hot. It's good to sweat. You know? Oh, I guess I could. I'm gonna take this apart and then set up the next thing. Alright. So we're gonna do some 6 in a row with the V bar again, just the same bar that we used over there. I'm gonna go on this machine and I don't know why, there's no preference. I've got a whole bunch of seated cable roll things I can use with different angles and different handles. But I'm gonna pick this one. I don't know why. It just seems right. Yum. Yum. Alright, let's move this shit. Did I mention I'm extremely sore today? My legs feel like I've been fucking ran over by a bull. Especially my groin. Too much adductors. Yesterday. Oh, motherfucker! Oh, it's okay. Stiff is good. Stiff is your friend. What the hell? What is happening? Alright. Back. And again, you want to drive these handles into your lower chain. Not up high. Oh. Alright. So one thing I see a lot with people when they're doing this movement or doing any rowing is that they're rowing in, and when they get to about halfway in, they just do this with their hands. They come in and they go. This isn't bringing your arms in, okay? This is putting the weight onto your forearms, and you're basically doing wrist fucking curls with it. Everything should be lined up. This hand should be fucking locked in, like for almost every movement. Never be back like this, never have any handle pushing back on your wrist, like tricep push downs. People fucking do this. It's gotta be like this, okay? Again, that weight, stack weight, right here. So, you wanna obviously always make sure you're hitting the muscle group that's intended to be hit. If you're not feeling it there, and you're doing the movement and there's no connection, you either got to start thinking about the muscle group you're working, like your back, and slow down so it engages, or look at what you're doing with your form. Either something's off, you're not driving down deep enough, or you're not coming up. Just if you're not feeling it where you're supposed to be feeling it, it's not working properly. Okay, so be aware of that. There's lots of little things. And that's one thing I see all the time is the forearm shit. So a lot of people do it, they don't do it. Even some experienced people I've trained with, I'll look down at when they're going and then they'll be right almost in and then they just do this, right? It's like, dude, you're tucking your wrist, and they're like, fuck, I didn't realize that. So it's an easy thing to look past. Very easy. Okay, I might strap up for this one. It's not going to be that heavy, but I haven't used my straps today. And I feel weird doing a back day without strapping to something, so let's strap to this. You notice how I never said strap on? There's a reason for that. Alright. Alright. like it. Let's go up again. This will be it. This will be the working set here. Those are 2 feeders into the working set. So this one's probably going to get 8 to 10 reps. We'll do a back off with it. We should be peachy done with this one. What's next? I don't fucking know, to be honest. Oh, I know what's next. I know what's next. We'll do another bent over movement. I was just trying to think of what machines I would use. There's not much when I'm doing this, isolating this specific group, that changes from this gym to other gyms I train in. And most of the shit's bent over, barbell, dumbbell, T-bar. I mean, seated row stays the same. The pull downs that we started with stay the same. It's just these angled movements. So instead of me doing a bent over T-bar row, I use that belt squat. Next thing we're gonna do is barbell rows, but we're gonna use a Smith machine. And that's something I normally do too with this one. So, I mean, you've gotta have a lot of tricks in your bag and know what you can do when you're specifically isolating parts of your back, especially when you know you're in different gyms and or wherever you are, and you've got to use the tools that you have. My gym, I don't have all these fucking fancy machines. I mean, it's free weights, squat racks, barbells, lots of cable shit. I do have everything for a machine, like, so you can do a standard movement, but not those specific like Great Prime or Arsenal or fucking Panada machines that, you know, just do one specific thing. So sometimes you got to be creative, and that's what this is about. And like I said, I can train in here just as good as I can train in any other public gym, and or I can train anywhere pretty much with anything to find the intensity I need to get what I need out of the workout. So even with a band, if I only had a fucking band, trust me, I'd be able to work up a sweat. I might have to do 150 reps with it, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's time under tension with your max load, right? So, you know, you don't have the weights, then you just fucking volume it up. My phone is blowing up. So I'm gonna do another set here and see what the problems are. Maybe I need some cancellations this afternoon. It's almost 11. I worked from 6 a.m. till 10. Started training at 10, and then I got to get back to work at noon. So it's my life. That's every day, except for weekends. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know why I talk like that. I don't know why I do half the things I do until after I do them, and then I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I say that? I think I'm on the spectrum. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's quiet in here. The reason it's quiet in here is because if I have my music on in the background through the gym speakers, my channel gets muted. Because of copyright infringements. Fuck off. Nobody listens to the music I listen to. You kidding? Here we go. Okay, we're deviating. That's still too light. I'm going to go up another bit. And we're going to do another set. And that one will have the back off. You know, Why stop if you can do more? Now let me check these messages. I'm sure they're not important. Okay, check my phone. So one was a spam message from somebody dropping off a very important package. Another was a client. And then another was the building maintenance guy. They want to do an air quality check in here again, which is great. They do it every year, I guess. That means they're going to shut down to do it. And I'm getting a little fucking frustrated. This last couple of months with these guys, there's always something going on. And I mean, I understand, but I want to just be left alone. I mean, let me pay my rent and do my job. And it's getting to the point where I'm getting 2 emails a week from these guys to do something, or something's going up, or, you know, I mean, just our property tax alone, the increase that we got this year from our stupid fucking mayor who's a fucking pinhead. My rent went up because we have your rent and then you have your occupancy fee. Your occupancy fee can fluctuate depending on what maintenance happens around here and property taxes and shit. Well, that property tax alone took my rent up almost $200 a month with occupancy fees. So it just seems like there's a lot of surprises happening in here now, and it's starting to fucking, like last year we redid the sidewalks. I bet you I had to shut down for about a day for them to pour concrete because nobody could get in my front door. The back was a mess because of all the mud. It just seems like every year there's something that I got to deal with. And I don't know, I guess maybe I'm just being a baby, but it gets frustrating after a while. Like, you just want to come in and do your job and run your business and just be left alone. But, you know, after dealing with your 80 clients you have in the gym and 25 you have outside the gym, and then the building, and then life, and like, you're always dealing with some situation. There's not a day that doesn't go by where you're not in business. You know, a client and I were talking the other day when people were like, oh, it must be nice to have your own business. And yeah, it's great, but it's not what people think it is. It's not like we can just fuck off and work our own hours and do this. It doesn't work like that. Like, you work for the people, right? You can't just fuck off, or you won't have a business. If I only worked 2 days a week, I wouldn't have a business. I mean, you do what you have to do, and a lot of people don't get. They think it's just a fucking, you're rich and it's a holiday. It ain't. I had a client tell me fucking once that my money. What did he tell me? It was basically like, you know, you never have to worry. You don't know what it's like. You never have to worry about money. Where does this fucking mindset come in? Like, there's a reason why I still fucking bust my ass. It's because I like money, but we still got to do it. Right? Like, it's not like you open a business and money falls from the fucking sky. Like, and especially in this city when you're taxed to death on everything you do, which is pretty much all of fucking Canada now. But anyway, I don't want to go off on a tangent. I just wanted to give some history. I don't know what I was trying to do. Again, these are things when I sit down and go, why did I say that? Whatever, it'll be on the video. I don't edit anything. Don't fucking care. I didn't even strap up for that one. Back off. Then we're done. Sweating. good. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm pretty soaking through this hoodie right now. Alright, let's take a break. Flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. Is that even, how does that look? Terrible? Where's the handle? There, that looks terrible. Let's see if we can do this. Watch, ready? This is magic. How did I do that, eh? Oh yeah, money. Okay, fuck, we're gonna end with some straight arm push downs with this Vulcan strap. I don't feel like doing any more bent over rows today in here. So we're gonna go with these guys, polish off and finish. We need a lot more weight on there. Again, this is one though that I always say you don't ever go max on. You want higher volume definitely for this one. It's gonna polish and do lots of little things instead of hammering on like a big row or a lat pull down where it's really, you're gonna isolate the thick part of the back. These guys are pretty much, like I call it a polisher. Polishes up, tones the muscle more than strength. So more about volume on this one for sure. I'm not gonna go heavy. I've fucking got 90 on there now. Yeah. Do we change the look? Do we change the fucking the angle to make it look like we know what we're doing? Let's try it. See what I did here? I know. Impressive, isn't it? Hey, look at these old people. I like looking out my windows and seeing weird shit all day. Fuck, my head hurts. Look at that fucking headache. Seasonal allergies are catching up to me. Oh, this old guy's coming in here. No, he's going by. I look like an old teacher, am I? Be nice to see him again, I'm sure. Whew. That's good. That's how I stretch. I'm loosened up now. I'm good to go. Big game tonight. Edmonton, Florida. Game 3, Stanley Cup Finals. Guess who I'm cheering for? Not the fucking Oilers, that's for sure. Fuck them. Fuck them. Burn, baby, burn. Hope the brooms come out. I'm not an Oilers fan. I fucking despise them. Despise them. I'd rather cut my arm off and shove it up my butt than fucking cheer for the Oilers. And I would have a hand over my butt and it would wave at you. It just, when you walk, when I walk. Put way too much thought into that. Way too much thought. Okay, it's finished. I better go take my medication. spit. We're done. Toodaloo. That's it. I'm fucking done. Good night. Have a good day.